Okay, guys, guess what? We're doing a video on the DDJ-SX2 and the sampler. So I'm doing a screen capture because basically everything you're going to want to know, you're going to want to see on Serato DJ. Seeing it on the hardware isn't really that important. I can talk you through that. So first thing you want is you want samples. That's why we're looking at the Serato website, serato.com/dj/content/loopmasters. Right here, you can download free content. So you got your beats, hits, loops, and your sweeps. So pretty simple. Mac or PC, pick the one that you want. And then what it's going to do is going to like open up, you install it, you run it. It's going to ask you to restart Serato. And then when you open up Serato, it's going to have, let me just go bigger here for a second. And I'm going to shift and click here to make that a little bit smaller, the waveform that is. So you see sample packs, beats, hits, loops, sweeps. So as you can see, I've already loaded things up into here. So one of the things, you have 4 banks of 6. So there, I put in my beats. So all I did was I literally so I want my kick. Take my kick, drag it over, dump it. Clap, drag it, dump it. See, there's an open hat here, but I'm going to drag that to a different one and put the open hat over here instead. And so turn up the turn up the sampler. So, and right here, you can go into that mode there. That's kind of like the simple version of it, so you don't have all the parameters. And when you click that, it basically does what you think. Puts it in a loop. We don't want it in a loop. This here makes it where, you have to hold it to play the entire sample, right? I don't want that either. That mode there, it wants to play the whole sample out before you can hit it again. You don't want that either. You want that one. You see? See what that looks like? So, I can hit it as fast as I want to hit it. So that's that one there. So we go over to Bank B. So something interesting for the DDJ-SX2 users, the parameter buttons are what changes your banks. So you can very easily switch on the fly to which bank you want your samples on. So here over on this bank, I have the hits. A sweep up. And then just straight white noise. Let's get down to the loops. Loops are a bit different because, no, sorry, that was the sweeps. Where are we here? Hits. Okay, on the hits, let's go. That was over on C. And you've got, typical, right? Gunshot. Typical, right? And of course, sub drop. And I've got them all set accordingly. Just for a second, we'll jump back over here. And this isn't going to help you much until we get over into our loops. So I left this one open on purpose so we can load them up. So start put a kick loop on the first one. Hi-hat loop over here. Percussion loop. Put a shaker. The tom. And a tribal loop over here. So here's something that you notice. See the BPM? They're all a little bit different from each other, right? So I'm going to tell this. I got to go in here and tell it to be, let's sync everything. And you got to bear with me. I might mess this one up because I don't really use it that often because I don't like to have things set ahead of time. But because of this Loop Master pack, this isn't bad because, you know, these are some pretty good generic things that you can set up that will work for just about any situation, especially like these loops here. So I'm going to load up a track. My track's 158. I'm going to sync itself. So Smart Sync is on. You can see right here, they're gray. It's gray. I'll start the track by hitting play. And let's see if this works. Seems to. But guess what? We're not looping it. So there we go. Let's now loop it. You got to hit it on the one, of course. You see, that ding works so well. Let's try that again. Put it into a loop. Let's turn that all off again for a second here. So make sure everything's in key so we don't lose the key. I'm going to go over, I'm going to put on some like just some straight old easy techno. Maybe we can find something here that actually has a beat grid already done. Hit the sync. Stop that. See, I told you I'd mess this one up real quick. So what I forgot to do is I need to make sure my main deck, I hit sync on that one first. Gotta turn sync off on the other shit. God damn. It's a process, but once you set it up, it will be fine. You know what I mean? Like, turn off sync. Turn sync on this one first. Now we hit sync. Now we can sync up. It's not looking good. I see it jump to 158 pretty fast. Doesn't seem right. There we go. Sync's okay. Let's try the hi-hats. I think this is a shitty sample, to be honest. You hold shift, turn off the sample when you hit the pad. Turn my loops back on. See, the treble one works. yeah, really, it's a bitch and a pain in the ass, pain in the ass, and it's a hassle. Got me all frustrated with this shit now, because you know what? We're pretty deep into the video, and as you can see, this is a pretty shitty way to do things. Personally, you're better off just to load up deck 3 and 4, pull a loop up from whatever you want, and just run your loop on the other channel, because you have effects on it. This is just, look at the craziness. You don't want to be clicking around on the screen doing that shit. If someone out there has a better suggestion and has a better video for setting up loops on your SP6 sampler and Serato, be my guest and post that, because personally, it's not something I'm ever going to use. I'll stick to my other stuff right here. It's easy. Even then, the odds I'd barely even use that shit, to be honest. Sampler, not my thing. Really, you want to get into that kind of stuff and samples and stuff, you're better off to have a machine hooked up and just run everything through machine, because you can chop things up, do all kinds of stuff there. Or, you know what? Run Tractor, run the remix decks. The F1 controller is very intuitive, easy to create stuff on the fly with no mistakes, no screwing around. As you can see, there's no way I would have done any of that stuff at a live show, because there's just too much shit they can screw up. And for what? A simple kick? A loop? You know what? These machines have loops already in them. Auto loops, lots of looping capabilities. So you don't need the SP6 sampler to run loops. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, that's it for this video. You know what? Just to give a quick, at the end of it all, I'm probably going to do a video showing the utility mode, because you can change the velocity of the sampler pads and the curve of them, and there's a bunch of shit you can do in there. But that's for another time. I'll talk to you guys later.